This is actually really fascinating. So, for those who don't know, I wrote an entire book about the history of television. And one of the chapters in the book, I talk about the evolution of fatherhood on TV. And there is this amazing evolution of fatherhood that happened for social reasons, where the left started pushing the idea that a woman was liberated if there was no father in the home. Right. And everything from Murphy Brown to The Simpsons basically portrays fatherhood as useless. Yep. If you are a father, the most famous fathers on TV in the last 30 years have all been doofuses. Right. I mean, Homer Simpson is a doofus. Phil Dunphy, who's seen as like a good guy, he's still a doofus. He's an idiot on Modern Family.
I actually think Modern Family is the best written comedy on network television. I can't watch it because of Phil. Because
they make Phil an idiot, right? Every father on TV, every major show on TV has a father. John Goodman on Roseanne. Every father on TV is either backwards or stupid or just a bloviating dolt. And that's not how all of these things were modeled. Like, if you go back and you watch Dick Van Dyke show, Dick Van Dyke is a good father, right? He's somebody who, even though he's kind of klutzy, he's a good guy who actually knows what he's doing for the most part. And that's certainly true in shows like Father Knows Best or The Waltons, which I grew up on. My dad used to go to Eddie Brandt's Saturday Matinee and rent all those tapes. He used to watch nothing but old shows. And there was this purposeful attempt in the 1970s and 80s to move away from the model of the father who, at the end of the show, would actually try to model a behavior. The last gasp of it probably was actually Family Ties, right? Because the dad in Family Ties but he was a liberal, right? So the idea was that he was a liberal lecturing his wayward conservative son, Michael J. Fox, about why he shouldn't be conservative anymore. But TV has moved to, I mean, you can't name a good dad on TV.
Because by making the husband-father character on television a lovable doofus, they're at least making him lovable. And if they present him as masculine and strong, he is not lovable in the sort of value set of the people who write most shows.
But this is what's so hilarious, is that if you actually watch the sitcoms that work, the ones that work now are the ones that actually have a deeply conservative character who immediately becomes the most popular character on the show because of the de facto father figure, right? If you watch Parks and Rec, and you look at Ron Swanson is the most popular character on the show, and he is Leslie Knope's father figure. She comes to him for advice. He tells her what to do. He's grumpy. He's conservative. The same thing is true of Alec Baldwin in 30 Rock. He does the same thing for Tina Fey. It's exactly the same sort of thing.
It really speaks to a larger issue of the responsibility of the people who make these things, that they actually are, one of the things we heard, especially as the 60s and 70s and 80s came on, is we would hear from sports figures and we'd hear from actors, well, I'm not a role model. I just do this for a living. But they actually are. They actually, with their fame, as Spider-Man will tell them, with those who have much, have great responsibility. These things really do shape people.
This is the part that drives me nuts.
And they give us a chance to look for something that maybe we can't find at home.